It's time to find someone, or nobody loves you. The game has just begun.
I'm Itamar. I wrote book and half of the lyrics for Nobody Loves You.
And I'm Gaby. I wrote music and half of the lyrics for Nobody Loves You.
Try until you're told that nobody loves you.
It's a really good show about lots of interesting things.
Nobody loves you. You'll drink lots of sake.
I'm excited for this show to be seen by people in New York who have not yet seen it.
At a club with dialogue we'll overdub.
I guess a fun fact that's less about the show and more about the creative team is that Gaby and I have known each other for literally our entire lives. Our parents were friends, and so I've known him since I was 0. Like, he's literally one of the first humans that I met.
That's coated with slime.
I think there are many favorite moments, but there's one moment where Jeff, the main character, and the producer of the reality TV show, Nina, and Byron, the host of the reality show, break into a fantasy dance sequence. You cannot see this at NAMT, unfortunately.
It's true. The song will be in our NAMT presentation, but all of the insane lighting and choreography, of course, won't be. So you can imagine that.
It's great, though.
Someone special you'll assume, but you won't remember.
You know, I'm pretty new to musical theater. I've written mostly plays before this, but I really, in the last, however many years there's been like this string of musicals that I found really interesting and spoke to what sort of felt like a sensibility kind of close to mine. I guess Avenue Q, Urinetown, Book of Mormon, where it feels like the kind of sense of humor I grew up loving was now taking over the sort of Broadway stage, and I think that was part of what attracted me to the form and helped sort of the inspiration for this show.
Probably some of it was actually music from television that I heard as a kid, because I was trying to write music that had to do with the televised world. So I think there's some like sort of sitcom-y like elements to the music, and I think people say I sound like Ben Folds, but I don't think that I do that on purpose.
Instead of ever choosing.
The show is pretty close to done, but definitely there are kinks that need working out. I mean, we have the structure now, we have most of the characters, so what we really need, we don't need like a development step. I mean, we'd like to do a reading, but we would like to have another theater to produce it.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Hopefully in New York.
But better, so you better deal.
I think it's funny and charming, but also has something to say that's sort of I think is relevant, not just to I think young people trying to find love generally, but I think also all people about I don't know, the sort of tension between trying to live a real life where you connect with people in the midst of all these forces having to do with fame and having to perform our lives all the time. I think it's sort of an investigation of that cultural phenomenon.